Nestled in the heart of the Philippines, Iloilo boasts a rich tapestry of history and diverse cultural heritage that dates back centuries. It is a place full of different landscapes, traditions, and vibrant stories embedded in each locality that have shaped each place within this enchanting province. Named after the Irong-Irong, which describes the nose-shaped Iloilo River, Iloilo itself has a unique history as its name. Now let's dig deeper in the history of Iloilo. The Maragtas legend tells the story of Iloilo way back in the 13th century. When Datu Puti and his fellow Datus fled from the tyranny of Sultan Makatunaw of Borneo, they landed at the mouth of Sirawagan River, now known as the town of San Joaquin, and eventually they settled there. At that time, people called the Atis who were ruled by King Maricodo and Queen Maniwang Tiwang inhabited Panay. King Maricodo bartered the lowlands of Panay Island for a golden hat or saduk and a long gold necklace or the manangyad to the Bornean Datus. The latter then took complete control of the island with the Atis. Retiring to the mountain, it was Datu Paiburong who was assigned in Irong-Irong. Panay Island was ruled under the Code of Kalanchao, where peace and prosperity reigned for 300 years. But this was disrupted when the Spaniards came and established the provincial government. As early as 1855, Iloilo opened to the world of trade and became the biggest port in the Philippines and premier province of the country because of the various economic activities. When the Filipino Revolution started, Panay uprising against the Spaniards was led by General Martin Delgado of Santa Barbara, who liberated all the towns except Iloilo City, Molo, and Haro. On December 28, 1898, it marked the arrival of the Americans at the Iloilo port. And on April 11, 1901, Iloilo City, whose status has reverted to municipality, became the chief port and trading center of Panay and Negros. Because it progressed steadily, the Commonwealth Act No. 158 incorporated the surrounding towns of La Paz, Haro, Mandurriao, and Arevalo to form Iloilo City, and was finally inaugurated on August 25, 1937, and was dubbed as the Queen City of the South. General Martin Delgado then became the first governor of the province of Iloilo. Then, the Japanese occupation started on April 16, 1942, where the Panay guerrilla movement, the first resistance group in the Philippines, continued fighting the Japanese Imperial Army even before the American liberation of Panay on July 4, 1946. The province of Iloilo occupies the southern and the northeastern portion of Panay Island. Its boundaries are the province of Capiz and Hintotolo Channel on the north, the Guimara Strait in the south, and the Panay Gulf and Iloilo Strait in the east, in the province of Antique in the west.
Perhaps no other province in the Philippines can claim to achieve a record of having many firsts as the province of Iloilo. The following list is by no means complete. The Iloilo is the site of Malayan landing in the Philippines according to Maragtas legend. The first school for boys in the Philippines was founded in Tigbawan by the famous Jesuit priest and historian Pedro Quirino or Chirino in 1592. The first place to put up a Christian church in the Philippines was Halawood, or what is known as Dumangaos in what is now Barangay of Ermita in 1566. Iloilo is the first city outside Manila to have foreign business house and the first foreign vice-consul, the first province to export sugar to Australia. The only province to have two cities during Spanish time, Iloilo City, chartered in 1890 and Haro in 1891. The biggest province in the Philippines in population, income, and economic production during 19th century. The best and biggest producer of textiles during Spanish era. The first city outside Manila to have electricity, telephone, telegraph, railway, ice plant, automobile, and other modern conveniences. The first province outside Luzon to fly Philippine national flag in Santa Barbara on November 17, 1898. The first department store in the country established in 1877. The first city outside Manila to have direct shipping lines with Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, Europe, and America. The first commercial airline in the country was the Iloilo Negros Air Express Corporation. The first airline established after World War II was organized by Ilonggos, the Fiat. The first provincial school in the Philippines, Iloilo National High School. The first elementary school was established under the Americans, Baluarte Elementary School in Molo. The first Protestant barrio in the country, Calvario Haniwan. The first Baptist church in the Philippines, Haro Evangelical Church. The first luxury liner on the island, SS Don Esteban of De La Rama Line. The first city to have double-deck buses. The first concrete road in the country from Forbes Bridge to Paro Plaza. The first province to produce many millionaires and the first city to have a millionaires' road. The first Filipino to launch the propaganda movement in Spain, Graciano Lopez Jaina of Haro, also known as the greatest orator of the Philippines ever produced. The only Filipino nominated to the Supreme Court of Cuba, Raimundo Meliza. The first Filipino to fly an airplane for passengers was an Ilonggo, Jose Tinsay, in 1955. The first Doctor of Law from Oxford University, Melquiades Gamboa. The first Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science, Victorino Diamana. The first Filipino Doctor of Education, Pedro E. Y. Rio. The first Filipino woman Doctor in Philosophy and Engineering, Josette Garcia Portigo. The first Filipino Doctor of Philosophy and Anthropology, F. Landao Cano. The first bookstore and printing shop in Visayas and Mindanao, Liberia La Pañana. The first government-constructed museum building in the Philippines, Museo Iloilo. The first and only town in the Philippines to produce 4 justices in the Supreme Court, 7 senators, 7 governors, and 7 cabinet members. The first city initiated a free education program in elementary schools by eliminating the matriculation fees and providing free school supplies, and elimination of tuition fees in public secondary schools.
Haro Cathedral. Haro is recognized as the religious heart of Western Visayas, Philippines, notably celebrating the feast of Nuestra Señora de la Candelaria every February 2. The Haro Cathedral, established in 1864, stand out as the first and unique cathedral in Panay. It was built under the guidance of its first bishop, Father Mariano Cuartero y Medina, with support from local community leaders, including Manuel Arguelles. The cathedral's bell tower, originally part of a Haro church and constructed by Fraileanos, historically functioned as a watchtower to alert locals of incoming Muslim raiders. In 1982, the cathedral gained further prominence when Pope John Paul II presided over a mass there. Unique for housing male saints along its interior columns, the cathedral is affectionately known as the male church, yet is dominantly overseen by the female figure of the Lady of the Candles, Molo Church. Molo Church, known for its focus on female saints and pastel decor, was built starting in 1831 and has survived natural disasters and World War II. It was visited by Dr. Jose Rizal in 1886 and has been recognized as a natural landmark and a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its Gothic design and historical significance. The St. Vincent Ferrer Seminary. Founded in 1869 by Reverend Mariano Cuartero, the Seminario de San Vicente Ferrer was the last seminary established in the Philippines during the Spanish era, aimed at educating priests for Augustinian-run parishes. Miagao Church. Miagao Church, known for its unique blend of Baroque, Filipino, and Chinese architecture, was built between 1787 and 1797, serving as both a church and fortress. It was declared a national landmark in 1974 and a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993. Santa Barbara Church. Santa Barbara, evolving from Visita Catmon to a pueblo in 1716 and an Augustinian parish in 1760, features a church and convent built from 1845, completed by Father Mateo Rodriguez in the Filipino Baroque colonial style. It was the 1898 Revolution's headquarters under General Martin T. Delgado. It is also recognized as a National Historical Landmark in 1991, a National Museum Landmark, and a Philippine National Treasure in 2015. Iloilo Golf and Country Club. The golf club, found in Santa Barbara, Iloilo, is considered as the oldest golf course in the Philippines and the whole of Asia. This 18-hole golf course is carved on 85 hectares of plain and rolling hills is found in Barangay San Sebastian. It was built in 1907 by a group of British and Scottish expatriates working on the Panay Railway system. Fort San Pedro, also called Fuerza de la Nuestra Señora del Rosario, was a military defense structure in Iloilo City, Philippines. It was built in 1602 by Pedro Bravo de Acuña to protect the city from Moro and Dutch attacks, and was completely destroyed during World War II. Arroyo Fountain. The Arroyo Fountain, a key landmark in Iloilo City, is situated in the heart of the city, front of the old Iloilo provincial capital, and serve as a reference point for measuring distances within the city. Constructed in 1927 at the intersection of Isnort and General Luna Street, it commemorates Senator Jose Maria Arroyo, who in 1925 established the Iloilo Metropolitan Water Works through Republic Act 3222. Colegio de San Jose. Founded in 1872, Colegio de San Jose is the province's oldest educational institution, established by the Daughters of Charity for Girls Christian Education. It withstood World War II but damaged by fire in 1858, later recovering with help from benefactors like Fernando Lopez. Monument and marker of Teresa Magbanua. Teresa Magbanua, dubbed the Visayan Joan of Arc, was born on October 13, 1868 in Pototan, Iloilo, originally a school teacher. She joined the Philippine Revolution against Spain in 1896, notably leading troops under General Martin Delgado despite her husband's opposition. Distinguished as the only woman to command combat troops in the Visayas, Magbanua participated in resistance movements against Spain, the United States, and Japan, spanning the Philippine Revolution, the Philippine-American War, and World War II.
Iloilo has a rich culture that has roots in both Catholicism and ancient animistic practices. Today, the province is home to diverse festivals commemorating a wide variety of occasions. Here are the festivals that you can't afford to miss. The biggest festival in Iloilo City is undoubtedly the Dinagyang Festival, which happens on the 4th Sunday of January every year. Dinagyang Festival is a cultural and religious festival that commemorates two events: the Feast of the Holy Child and the pact between the native Ati and Malay settlers. The word is derived from the Hiligaynon word dagyang, which means to make a noise or merrymaking. Along with this is the Parao Regatta, which is held during the third weekend of February. The Malay settlers of Panay Island, known for their paraos, traditional sailboats, faced cultural threats with the 20th century technological advances. The Parao Regatta in the Iloilo Strait celebrates this heritage, involving from simple races in Iloilo City's Villa Arevalo district to a broad event featuring fishing, beach volleyball, rowing, and slalom competitions. Next is the Fiesta de la Candelaria, held every February 2. Visitors to the Dinagyang Festival often extend their stay for Candelaria, a notable fiesta in Haro District that follows Dinagyang, celebrating the feast of the Presentation of Jesus Christ or Candlemas. Candelaria is marked by significant religious pageantry unique to Haro. Next is the Carabao Carosa Festival in Pavia, held in May 3. Which commemorates traditional farming methods amidst early to mid-20th century industrialization. It features a parade, a race involving carabaos, and a beauty pageant, celebrating the enduring role of carabaos in agriculture as farming practices evolve. Another festival is the Tinoom Festival from September 1 to 5 in Cabatuan, Iloilo, which celebrates the local specialty, Tinoom, a chicken dish prepared with lemongrass, onions, and tomatoes wrapped in banana leaves and steamed. Lastly, we have the Iloilo Chinese New Year, because it is reckoned using the traditional Chinese lunar calendar. Chinese New Year has a movable date in the Gregorian calendar. In most years, Chinese New Year takes place between the last week of January and the second week of February.
Not only is Iloilo known to be the city of love, but is also a food's local dreams destinations. As the city of Iloilo has also been named a UNESCO City of Gastronomy in the latest UNESCO Creative Cities Network, UCCN for 2023, making it the first Philippine city to represent under gastronomy. Whatever the cuisine you're craving for, Iloilo's mini restaurant will certainly satisfy you. However, no matter how many options Iloilo has to offer, there is nothing like getting on some of that authentic local food and delicacies. Bok choy. If you ask what the number one local cuisine you should try while in Iloilo, then it would be the hearty bok choy. Originated in the district of La Paz, Iloilo, this Filipino soup is made out of pork, offal, and fresh egg noodles. Tinoom. Tinoom is a local cuisine made out of boiled knitted chicken that is famous in Iloilo, seasoned with onions, tomatoes, and lemongrass, and then wrapped in banana leaf. This dish originated from Cabatuan, Iloilo. KBL. KBL is a short of kaju's, baboy, and langka, which translates to pigeon peas, pork, and jackfruit. This local dish is akin to sinigang. Binakol. Binakol is the Ilonggo version of tinola. It is made with coconut juice and silvers of coconut flesh, making it taste sweet. It's also cooked traditionally using bamboo tubes and served in coconut shells. Piscocho House. If there's any pasalubong to buy in Iloilo, then the mini desserts and snacks Piscocho House offers is the best place to go. If you don't know what to get, our top main picks are the biscocho, a crispy buttered toast sprinkled with sugar, barquillos, thin and crispy wafer rolls, pinagsugpo, thin slice of caramel's native banana sprinkled with sesame seeds, and of course, their famous butterscotch treat. If you're a dessert lover, visit bake shops like JD Bakery Cave, which offered a delightful array of pastries and cakes, and the Carter's Bake Shops, which offered some traditional Filipino freshly baked breads and pastries. Roberto's is also a legendary spot in Iloilo City that is known for and wide for its iconic Queen Siopaw and meatballs.
Here are some of the tourist attractions in Iloilo. Churches, Spanish colonial churches, are amongst the most well-known tourist sites in the province. Every church spots a unique design and architecture, perfect for enthusiasts going sightseeing in Iloilo. The Iloilo Esplanade is the city's newest hub for dining, leisure, and recreation. Poised to be one of the longest lineal parks in the country, Casa Maritim is a heritage house that was built in the 1920s. It's a beautiful example of Spanish-Filipino architecture. The house is now a museum that showcases the history and culture of Iloilo. Museo Iloilo, a museum that features exhibits on the history, culture, and arts of Iloilo. It's a great place to learn more about the province and its people, with exhibits ranging from pre-colonial times to the present. Museum of the Philippine Maritime History. The museum comprises 6 galleries that narrate different parts of our nation's vast maritime history and culture. These galleries will transport you to different experiences and perspective to appreciate the maritime heritage. Molo Mansion. The Molo Mansion, also known as the Yusay Consing Mansion, is a significant historical residence in the Philippines. Recognized for its high ceilings, neoclassical balustrades, and intricate carvings, after the Yusay family, former Governor Timoteo Consing Sr. resided, and the mansion even hosted President Manuel L. Quezon and Sergio Osmeña. Despite a period of neglect, the mansion was restored by a private company in 2014. It now functions as a heritage, museum, and souvenir shop, offering local products and delicacies. Festive Walk Iloilo. Festive Walk Parade is definitely Iloilo City's most modern area. It's got a good selection of shopping, dining, and entertainment options. The mall is designed to cater both local residents and tourists, featuring local and international brands, garment restaurants, cafes, an avant-garde museum of contemporary art and other recreational activities, it's not just a shopping destination but also a cultural and social hub that hosts various events, making it a vibrant part of the community. Bukhari, Leon. The town of Bukhari is dubbed the summer capital of Iloilo, as it is a special economic zone for tourism and ecological enterprise due to its cool climate, topography, highland attractions, and scenery. Isla Gigantes. The Isla de Gigantes is an island group found in the offshores of the municipality of Carles. The place is known for its numerous caves, white sand beaches, emerald-like shores, and lagoon and rock formations. Gareen Farm. Gareen Farm is an inland resort that offers several unique experiences ranging from agriculture, leisure, and pilgrimage. It has a lot of activities and is great for friends and families, especially the children. Enjoy gorgeous mountain views while hiking up and down from its 480-step viewing deck at the base of its 100-foot blazing cross. Mountains and waterfalls. Iloilo also boasts natural attraction including stunning mountains and waterfalls. Some of the famous picturesque landscape and natural beauty are the famous Mount Napulak in Igbaras, Bulabog Putian National Park in Dingley, and Mount Manakhag in San Joaquin. There are also a lot of waterfalls in Iloilo, like the Nasadlan Falls, Iglobog Falls, Giritsan Falls, Tarugan Falls, Kawasan Falls, and many more.
The province of Iloilo stands as a remarkable testament to the Philippines' rich cultural heritage, historical significance, and pioneering spirit. From its numerous firsts that underscore its leadership in education, religion, trade, and innovation, to the majestic Iloilo landmarks that tell tales of resilience and faith, Iloilo's story is truly unique. The province's ability to preserve its historical sites, alongside hosting vibrant festivals that celebrate both its history and the dynamism of its people, further highlights its cultural richness. Each aspect of Iloilo showcases a blend of tradition and progress. Iloilo not only honors its past but also embraces the future, making it a must-visit destination for those seeking to experience the heart and soul of the Filipino spirit.